Hi, and welcome to our 24th episode. And I'm in conversation with the Dean and Director of Six Cricket Academy, Mr. Karthik Jeshwanth. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
As always, we've been thankful to all the parents and our viewers for their wonderful support in each episode. In today's episode, I have a few questions for you. If you say that it's okay for a cricketer to start late to avoid burnout, can he or she practice 10,000 hours to be a representative cricketer?
Good question. Thank you, everyone. Thank all the sport parents for coming in with more and more questions. We'll be taking, I think, 2 or 3 questions today, time permitted. But thank you all for having, showing so much of interest in this show. Now, coming to your question, Sufi, about what is late, what is early, we really don't know. But too early can lead to a burnout. So that is, and each sport is different, where a physical activity is involved. It's okay, like a footballer may start early because they retire early. But in cricket, where, it's not just the physical ability which is required, but so many other things like the psychological, the technical, tactical. Of course, all other sports do have it. So I would say, around 12, 13 should be a good age to start. And from there, coming to the specific question about 10,000 repetition. Yeah, some research says that, 10,000 or 13,000 repetitions make perfect, make some art or something what you try into perfection if you repeat those. But I do agree with it, because it's a research subject. But my call on this is that repetition should be under stress, under pressure. It is not that, what the parents are getting confused here is, like, I'll hire a coach who throws the ball 10,000 times at my child, and he or she is going to become a master of that. It's not that. It has to be in an environment where there is pressure. And how do you get that in a sport like cricket? It is match.
Match scenarios.
Match situation, match scenarios. Yeah. So some coaches advocate just play matches. Yeah, but the thing for a parent to understand here is a good mix, a balance of both should be handy. Now, coming to repetition, and starting a little late, okay, you may not have those kind of repetitions, but what the parent here has to think is, if I'm a good dancer and if I'm practicing 10,000 hours of singing, where is it going to take me? So is he or she in the right field, right field? Like we do so much research when it comes to our children, putting them whether into science, art, or commerce, or law, or whatever. Now, if my son or daughter would be very interested or good or may excel in accountancy, and if I push them to do medicine, I think we're messing up with the whole the athlete himself and everyone around. So that is what I'm trying to say. As a sport parent, if you think that your child has that inbuilt ability or the God-given natural gift, which I keep on insisting, because there are a lot of other people who say, "Mehnat karo, phal mil jayega." Mehnat karo in the right direction. If you're an actor, go to a drama school and mehnat karo. If you're a singer, go to singing school. It's not the other way. So that is important for the parent to recognize whether my child is good at that. Instead, in sports psychology language, it's called as the reverse dependency trap, which means that I am interested in cricket, so I want my son to play cricket. I didn't have the resources then because I came from a poor family. Now I have all the money, so I want my son to achieve something which I could not achieve. This is not the right way to look ahead. I think I've conveyed the answer largely.
Thank you. Moving on to the second question, is it advisable for a child to pursue multisport at a serious level?
At a serious level, yes. At some time, the athlete will be confronted because of time constraints, and each sport has different muscles involved in excelling. There are some people like De Villiers was good at hockey, good at football, good at skiing, and very good in cricket. So like that, there are a very few cases. Now, coming to another example of Usain Bolt, who wanted to pursue cricket, but one of his PT masters pursued him and insisted that he should be a sprinter, and see where he ended up. So there's nothing wrong in playing multi-sport. So two things you have to keep in mind is, one is during the particular season. So if the athlete is a cricketer, now when do you pursue other sport? If he's a footballer, if you're doing it in a cricket season, there could be injuries. It's an injury-prone sport, football, or say like a shuttle badminton or tennis, where a lot more other muscles are involved in that particular executing that particular activity. Now, if it is off season, when the cricket season is off, that will be a great time to practice those, and on the whole, the athlete physically will develop and also understand how to deal with pressure, how the other sports people deal with pressure, which is a learning for him to replicate that in cricket. So these are the good things, but you have to be aware, and you should also know, like, when to back off, when to step back. Yeah.
We've seen many sports coaches don't encourage multi-sport. Since we are a sporting academy, we have multiple sports here. At what age do you think a child should start playing multiple sports?
Multiple sport, the earlier the better. Okay. So, but when you start specializing, so if you start early, then you'll know that, where are you good at? The coaches around you, the performance will tell you that in which particular sport the athlete is good. So that is important. It's not that the parent is interested in tennis or swimming or football or cricket. He goes by that. If you have access to all this sport, like, in our early days, we used to do that. If it is a World Cup cricket season, we would play cricket. If it is a hockey season, we would play hockey. If it is football World Cup, we would play football. So indirectly, we were exposed to all sport. Later on, we took up to the sport which we thought will climb the ladder. So similarly, the earlier the better they start with multiple sport, and so that quickly they will be able to realize that they can choose the sport which they like.
I personally feel that the more sports you play, you learn from it. Do you think what's your take on this?
Yes, like
at a very early age.
Yeah, just now I answered the nuances of other sports, how athletes of different sport handle, and each sport, if you go a little deep into concentration, it is a mix of narrow internal, broad internal, narrow external, and broad external. So it is, I wouldn't like to explain deeply about it. Each sport is played at a different level of concentration. So if an athlete is exposed to all these levels of concentration, so, and at any sport needs that fierce focus, that is deep concentration at the particular time when the activity is executed, whether you are serving, whether you're hitting, or whether you're bowling or hitting a golf ball. Everything you need that deep focus, concentration. So if you are exposed to different sport, each sport operates at a different level, what I just spoke. So that certainly will help him to execute or show better concentration or the best concentration in the particular field, sport which he chooses.
Thank you. Moving on to the third question. Looks like kids undergo a lot of stress during important matches. How, as parents, can we handle this, and can we help them?
For me, this is a question many a times which is posed by many parents. My simple advice is, please don't do anything. Just leave it. The more and more you're going to say that, selectors are watching this selection match, you have to perform, then the expectation of the player and the parent goes up. And when the expectation goes high, if there is a small here and there, the confidence drops. So, like I would say, it will certainly pull down the confidence of the player to perform that activity on that particular day by just telling that this is the final, this is a selection match, there are selectors around, you have to score, you have to get wickets. You're only pulling him down. The best advice for you will be to help him to just back off and allow him to go play that match as a normal match, and ask him to focus on one ball at a time, in whatever, whether he's fielding, batting, or bowling. Otherwise, if you're going to tell him that, watch out, this is an important game, your expectations go high, and your confidence will be shattered if something goes here and there. And a lot of expectation is a recipe to disaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much for viewing us, and stay tuned for our new episode on the first of every month.
Thank you.